Hello guys, I'm Kenichiku, and in this video I will be presenting my thoughts and lessons from the UDL class. So I think this picture accurately sums up my appreciation of the idea of universal learning. I think in many ways we as an education system have institutionalized this idea of a one-size-fits-all approach to teaching and learning. And just as it is ridiculous to give climbing a tree as a fair evaluation for a monkey and a fish and an elephant, I think it's also somewhat irresponsible for us to paint all students with the same teaching brush. And realizing this was a true oh yeah moment for me in this course. And now how I understand UDL is that it recognizes that in every classroom, students have different needs from different cultural backgrounds, have different abilities and different means of expression and motivation. And and as educators, we have to not only recognize this, but also teach and interact with students in a way that serves all of them, not just some of them. And so this image really helps to sum up how I now see UDL. And the big idea for implementing UDL is learner variability. And what this means is that students are different. And we need to include all of them in the learning process. So this includes opening up multiple channels. UDL focuses on widening the pathway so that all students can engage and interact with knowledge in a productive way. And so in terms of specifics, first of all, it includes opening up multiple means of presenting ideas and concepts on the part of the teachers. And so what this has to do with is, varying the mode of presentation of content in a way that ensures that learners can access the information through the mode that best suits them. It also includes multiple means of expression and action, and this relates to opening up ways for learners to express their knowledge and engage in a way that is both comfortable and effective for them based on their unique abilities. And finally, it includes multiple means of engagement. And this really refers to how that the learners should be able to explore their interests and find internal motivation towards the content that's being presented to them. And so the course that I am training to teach is an introductory course in industrial automation. And it's a very exciting course because it's hands-on, and it also has clear applications in industry and the world around us in general. And it's also intellectually challenging and intellectually engaging because industrial automation systems require creativity in their design. And so this really engages students in a very intellectual way. The general learning outcomes in this course are that students should be able to identify and describe basic components of industrial automation systems and the manufacturing systems. They should also, some of the skill outcomes is that they should be able to program industrial controllers and also be able to evaluate the functionalities of different industrial control systems, including industrial robots, and then also materials handling systems. So in the trust assignment that we're given in this course, what I did was I designed an assignment that requires students to present their understanding of a fundamental concept in industrial automation, which is materials handling. And in this, what I tried to do in an effort to UDLize it was that I allowed multiple means of action and expression here by being cognizant of the fact that different students have different strengths, and so they should be able to play on their abilities to express themselves and express their knowledge, be it by video or by model or even in essay form. I mean, and also the other thing I did was leaving up the product case for which they should explain up to the students, as you can see from the guidelines. And what this really does is that it allows multiple means of engagement, enabling students to customize their learning to things that they're internally motivated towards. And so in the other task, which was the alternative assessment, I took an already prepared assignment and UDLized it by allowing students to make a choice of expression in how they present their understanding of actuators, which is a very key component in industrial control systems. And so if you can see on the left that the old assignment, students had to respond to direct questions regarding their knowledge of this concept, which in some ways limited their creativity, and they also had to respond in essay format alone. Um, but in the modified assignment on the right, I allow for videos or charts or infographics or any mode that best suits them. And I think it's also good to note that the breadth and the scope of the presentation needs to be clearly defined to the student to ensure that they demonstrate sufficient understanding, howbeit in whatever form they choose or is most convenient for them. They should be able to demonstrate that they have sufficient understanding of the concepts. And so, in a way to wrap up and just reflect on my final thoughts, and I present three ideas that are somewhat different or in the broader spectrum of UDL. The first that really blew my mind away was the idea of mindset, growth mindset. Sorry. I think that it's a game changer in academic settings where people are always seemingly judged by their current performance and their current academic ability. Um, I think that's unfortunate, and this idea of a growth mindset is really crucial. And I would definitely try to adopt this personally in the way I interact with students to let them know that there's this idea of continuous improvement and no one to set a limit or a cap on what you can do because of your current state. I think the second thing the big idea that I take away from this course is the role of teachers in building and shaping the characters of learners. Whether it is in modeling self-regulation or in goal settings, uh, or it is in portraying integrity and respect for others, teachers have an immense role to play. And finally, I think I was really impressed by the idea of student feedback. Um, and since students have the highest amount of exposure to teachers, it makes sense that they're probably the best at evaluating them on their own terms. And so I hope to take advantage of these things in the future. And yeah, that's all I have. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you.